What is good, guys? Another episode of Couple of Nobodies podcast. My name is Ryan Mayo.
I'm Josh Sampson.
And this is episode...
4?
No, because we're going to post this later, so it'll be like 6. Episode 6.
Alright.
For today's episode, we have a professional gamer, I would say. You've made money doing this, right?
Yeah.
So that means you're professional. If you make money, you're professional. That's how I see things. So we have Austen Ball.
A-Ball.
That's his nickname that we gave him, after various other nicknames.
Yeah.
Too many nicknames, Ryan.
That you did not like.
Obviously.
So A-Ball.
I don't even like this one, but it stuck.
No, you like A-Ball. Trust us. You like A-Ball.
Bro, you didn't like it when we called you anything else but A-Ball.
The only reason,
Yeah.
dude, the only reason this nickname stuck is because of my email at school.
That is true.
And it's A-Ball.
Yeah.
Like people
A-Ball.
would say like A-Ball, sack, or something like that. So your nickname's good.
Nicknames were rough in high school, guys.
But yeah, so you're here. So for everybody that does not know who Austen Ball is, give a little description about like what you do.
What do I do?
Yeah.
Well, I play video games, preferably Halo is my game that I play. I travel around the country and competed at events, so for money and stuff, so that's about it. And then on free time, I ride skateboards and stuff like that.
That's how we... No, it's not how me and you met. But you said earlier that you do not remember how me and you met.
I don't remember how you and I met.
Listen, you are probably the longest friend I've ever had.
Oh, God.
Like, it's all in kindergarten.
Oh, dang.
Okay.
Back in the
back in the
day.
day.
Kindergarten is where
But we were like
first
5.
met. And then I was 4.
Yeah, Ryan said he was smart, so obviously
Yeah.
that's not true.
I am brilliant, but ACT scores beat that.
I can't. My score sucks.
But yeah, we met in freaking kindergarten, and then like first and second grade or something, we didn't talk to each other because we weren't in class.
Right.
And I remember went to the gymnastics center one day, and you were there, and me and Riley spent the night at your house when you used to live on the lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that was my first interaction with Halo, because then you were starting to play Halo.
Remember I met Austin. I was at my buddy's house, and then Austin comes up. He starts like talking trash. I'm like, what the fuck is this kid? Like, I don't know him.
We were playing football in the front yard.
Yeah, then we went over to his house, played football,
Dude.
and then he pinched my nipple.
I couldn't break the coverage, dude. He's too tall.
Then I just kind of started hanging
I
out
was like,
with him.
I'm done.
Started skating at his casa. He had a little red grinding rail we
I
used
still
to
have
shred
it.
on.
Is that up here?
Yeah, it's in my house right now.
Dang. You might have broke this out this summer. But yeah, so that's how we met. And then I remember at your house back in 2nd, 3rd grade or so, first time spending over at your house, I remember me and Riley wanted to do something other than play on Xbox. And you got mad at us. Because you were playing Xbox. And you've been playing like all morning. And you're like, dude, after this game. And you kept on going on and on. And I was like, dude, Xbox is not fun. Like once you play it consistently. Because for me, I get bored easily. Like, so like how do you guys like play Xbox all day long?
How do I play
Bro, you
Xbox?
can't just play like I can't play this one game. Like I have to switch from game to game.
Yeah, how do you play Halo all day long?
I don't know. It's just, I don't know, dude. It's just something I love doing. It's really fun to play. I don't get bored of it. There's every game is always different. It's never the same. So
That is true. With like different players and everything.
Yeah, different players, and then the plays you make, and then all the maps and stuff are different too. So.
So, what introduced you to Halo?
What introduced me into Halo was I was being babysat by my older cousin who was playing Halo 2 with my other cousin in their basement, and I was like 4 or 5 years old at the time, and I just watched the entire time, and I didn't even get bored. I was so fascinated with it, and I ended up asking for an Xbox for Christmas, and I ended up getting one, and ever since then I've been hooked.
So, isn't Halo like a rated 17 plus game?
Yeah.
All of them? And
Except for 5. Halo 5's not.
And you're playing Halo when you're 5 years old?
Yeah.
See, like, my parents, like, when I was like 12 or something, they wouldn't let me watch somebody play Grand Theft Auto.
No, see, that's weird though, because my parents wouldn't let me either play Grand Theft Auto, but Halo was different for some reason.
See, I think it's just because like the hookers and stuff in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you can do a lot more violent stuff in Grand Theft Auto than
I mean, it's
Like in like Vice
Halo.
City, not in like GTA 5.
Vice City was pretty.
See, I didn't
It was
have
pretty
that
gruesome, I think, for
I
a Grand Theft
remember.
Auto game. But I mean,
I would always just go to the mall and get the cops on me and die because I could never get rid of them.
Well, like the hospital, you just run to the hospital and like you could
Yeah.
hold it.
no, I always picked up hookers and dropped them in the ocean. So.
But GTA. Alright, so with Halo, what's your favorite Halo overall?
Halo 3.
How many hours you got clocked in on that one?
Halo 3. Well, they didn't have like an estimated timer that's like actually clocked in. They didn't keep track of it like they did now. But I would roughly say I'd probably have a good like over 800 hours in that game.
Golly.
Well, it was all
That's
the
a
way.
lot.
Yeah. Well, I was 10 years old, and then that's all I did when I got home from school. So.
That's insane. Like I can never do that.
Well, when I was younger, I didn't play just Halo either. So.
Yeah. And I feel like when like you're younger, like there's less stuff that you have to do.
Yeah.
So it's like
You can just like do whatever
Yeah.
you can grind.
you can literally do whatever you want when you're younger.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you're that young, like homework doesn't really have an effect on you all that much or anything like that, and that's like really like your only responsibility other than doing chores if you do chores.
Right.
Yeah.
But so dang. You got any questions?
Well, what's the most recent event that you went to? Like, where was it?
The last event I went to was DreamHack, and it was in Atlanta, Georgia. And then we played for $250,000. So
How was that? Like,
it was fun. It was really different. Definitely nerve-wracking for seeing all the people that were there because Halo wasn't the only game that was being, wasn't the only game that was there. So
yeah.
it was definitely a weird atmosphere. Something I've never experienced before, but I had a lot of fun. So definitely can't wait to do it again.
Wasn't that like one of your first trips, like not as a family trip too?
No, yeah, it was one of my first trips, like off on my own by myself.
Yeah. So, where do you see Halo going towards?
Um,
Because like Call of Duty's in X Games now,
Yep.
so it's like, where do you see like Halo going towards?
Well, as of yesterday, Halo announced a new partnership with MLG, which is the partnership Call of Duty has right now. So with that partnership, we have the Halo World Championship, which is coming up starting January 13th, which will be like ladders and stuff that you compete on for online for points, and then those points will travel into the events and stuff, so you get seeded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, the first open event is for all amateur and professional teams that are going, and that'll be in Orlando, Florida in February, and then there'll be multiple open events around the world. But all of them are region locked, so North American teams can only compete North American teams.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so basically the next event after that would be Columbus, but it's invitational only, so only the top 16 teams in the world can go and compete, and from there, 9 North American teams will be selected into the Halo World Championship, and they will play for over $1.2 million in April.
Isn't there one in Toronto, you said?
Yeah, but those are smaller tournaments. Those aren't have anything to do with the circuit or
Okay.
anything. They're just smaller ones that are going on.
So with the one in Orlando, you have to place in top 16th in order to get invited to Columbus, Ohio.
Basically you have to place top 16, and then they get sent to Columbus, and the top 16 will play from there for North American regionals. But other teams will be entered into the Halo World Championship. Just North American teams will only have 9 when it comes to the World Championship.
So that's with MLG. What are other? Is like MLG like the only other?
Sponsor?
Yeah. Like
As of right now, they didn't announce too many sponsors that will be along with it. They did announce other organizers that would be running the events around the world. So MLG is like North America,
yeah.
and then they have like ESL, which is doing the Australian one, and then Gfinity is doing the European one.
Mm-hmm.
So
So for you playing Halo so much, and you said you play other games as a little kid. What are some of the other games that you like going towards?
well, Call of Duty's one. I play, obviously now with the new Call of Duty, I play a lot of that more just because it's back to the original roots.
Yeah.
So I play that quite frankly now. And when I was younger, I was really into Gears of War and Assassin's Creed and stuff like that.
PUBG just came out. Have you
Yeah.
played that at all?
I actually just picked that up today. It was I played a few games of it. It's pretty fun, actually. I actually enjoy it a lot. I mean, it's got bugs here and there, but
Well, it's the beta, so.
Yeah. It'll definitely be a good turnout on Xbox eventually when they get everything fixed.
Yeah.
What's that other Xbox game that's big that we talked about?
Fortnite?
Fortnite, have you ever played that?
Yeah, well, actually, that's just like PUBG, except some aspects are different. It's a little smaller map and there's no vehicles on it, but yeah, I actually like that a lot. Cartoony, yeah.
Like, I've never played, I've never even seen anything with Fortnite or PUBG, but like, I've been seeing it on Facebook, like people posting it on Instagram story and everything like that.
I wasn't expecting the outcome of Fortnite like that.
Well,
I wasn't expecting to have the Battle Royale in it.
Yeah, well, it was the first Battle Royale game on console, so everybody jumped on it right away.
And it was free to everyone, so like, you didn't have to buy it.
Well, originally Fortnite wasn't even a Battle Royale game, it was like a fend-off zombies game, and then they added that in there.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of games coming out with stuff like that, so.
Do you see, like, those types of games having tournaments and everything like that?
Well, I know for PUBG and then the other Battle Royale game that's before that is H1Z1 have already had invitationals and stuff for them.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably will be the next game for competitive esports, definitely.
Is H1Z1, do you know if it's coming to Xbox at all?
I haven't heard anything from it, so.
It's probably, maybe not.
Possibly not, but I mean, can't rule it out either.
Yeah.
So that was for PS4 then?
What? H1Z1?
Yeah.
H1Z1's for PC.
Oh, PC. See, there's so many different consoles. Well, there's 3 different consoles, but it's like...
Well, Battle Royale games are bigger on PC than it is console, so...
Do you see, like, Halo's Halo's for Xbox.
Yep.
And, like, Minecraft started off as a PC game. Like, do you see, like, games, like, kind of staying towards a certain console or expanding to different areas?
Well, the trend recently has been PC games have been expanding into console. Obviously, PUBG is now on Xbox. Right now, it's only an Xbox exclusive, so it won't be on, like, PlayStation or anything like that, but they could change it in the future, and they could put it on PlayStation.
Yeah.
So, the biggest thing right now is, like, cross-platform, so people, like, on Xbox can play with people who are on PC, too. So, that's the biggest trend right now that's going around is cross-platform gaming.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then that'd be people who do that with, like, PS4 to computer also?
Yep.
Can people do it from PS4 to Xbox?
Not yet. See, the Sony and Microsoft have, like, a weird battle going on, so, like, they haven't, like, agreed to terms yet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that and their competitors, like...
Yeah, they're definitely competitors.
And those are, like, 2 biggest consoles. Like, I feel like Nintendo's kind of, like, fallen off. But, like, since they're a classic, they're still there.
Right, well,
I guess
now with the Nintendo Switch they're right back up there now.
What was it? The
SNES, the retro console. That. Yeah. I actually have one of those, they're pretty cool. But
what kind of games do they have on that?
It has like
the original ones?
Yeah, it has like original like the old school Contra games and Super Mario and like the old school Mario Kart and stuff like that.
Nice.
So like stuff like our parents would play like when they were younger, like our age.
Mm-hmm. So like how Nintendo brought back those games and like how Call of Duty just brought back World War II, so it's like kind of like old. Do you see like more games going back to the old ways?
Yeah, actually, a lot of fans and stuff like the old school better than they did the newer stuff that was coming out, like Call of Duty, the Advanced Movement. Nobody was really a big fan of that.
Yeah.
So when they come back to the boots on the ground, everybody jumped on that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
So with Halo, especially with it having these new mechanics and stuff that are in it, with the thrusting and the jumping, and Halo used to be always classic. Everybody's kind of hoping that the next Halo that comes out next year will go back to the roots like Halo 3 and 2 did.
Do you feel like Halo's going to kind of like run on with the video game series?
Well, considering that we're already on Halo 5 and then they've had multiple like subtitles to it, yeah, they're probably going to. It's going to be just like Call of Duty, I would say. Call of Duty.
Do you think that's positive or negative towards it?
It's a positive if they make the games correctly.
That is very true. If they do it well.
If they do it well. Obviously, Call of Duty learned from their mistakes for the first, the 3 games that had the advanced movement, so we'll see how it goes next year with the new Halo that comes out.
See, I liked the advanced movement. Like, I liked,
that's the only game.
What's my favorite?
Advanced Warfare.
Advanced
You don't know
Warfare.
your own favorite?
That's my favorite game. It's right up there. No, it's not.
That's
but it's in the
Black Ops
Xbox. It's downloaded in Xbox. But that's my favorite game without a doubt.
I have to give it to you. Advanced Warfare is probably the best advanced movement Call of Duty that there is. So,
that was probably.
we all know that Infinite Warfare was pretty trash, and nobody played that.
The
game.
only reason I picked it up was for Modern Warfare Remastered.
Well, so did I, and then they released it on its own, and I was pretty mad about that. So.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it because I hated Modern Warfare Remastered. Like,
I never played Modern Warfare, so I was like, all right, I'll try it out. Like, I'll give it a shot. It's remastered. It's like basically a brand new game. That's an old game. So
well,
I'll
they
give it a
ended
shot.
up ruining it anyway, putting it in supply drops and stuff. So that kind of ruined it for me. So I stopped playing it.
See, I feel like they should have just remastered Modern Warfare 2. Like, that'd been.
Oh, Modern Warfare 2 was awesome.
They probably would have fucked it up too, just because.
Yeah.
They added all that stuff to it.
Right.
Oh, let's do this. Let's do that. Let's try and make it better this time.
They wouldn't have added. They wouldn't. Yeah.
The microtransactions like really big in games for some reason now.
Pay to play.
Yeah, basically.
Pay to win.
They basically had a big controversy with EA that just came out with that new Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
And all the fans didn't want that stuff in there, and they basically like threatened to sue EA for it. So they ended up taking the games and stuff out. And countries are starting to ban it and stuff. So it's kind of a big deal right now. EA is kind of hated right now.
Do you feel like? Because, like, I've been hearing a lot on the internet that EA Sports is, like, the next thing to, like, pop up. Like, do you think that's true?
Well, EA is really big because obviously they do more than just, like, the Star Wars and the Battlefield games. They obviously do the Madden and stuff like that. So Madden's obviously a really big game. Everybody plays Madden. Even if you're a gamer, a casual gamer, or just a person that plays on occasion, everybody's going to play Madden or sports games usually. So EA is definitely really big, and I can see them going bigger in the future, but they got to fix some stuff before they go on, or they're going to get themselves in some trouble.
I feel, because, like, do you feel that video games are going to start moving towards a social media platform? Like, to be as big as, like, having, like, social media, being a social media influencer, like, gaming. Because, like, with, like, BMX and, like, skateboarding, too, now, like, being YouTubers.
Well, dude, like, on the Xbox, they have, like, a news feed where you can see what all your friends have recorded, or, like, and there's, like groups you can join, and people will post, like, their clips in that, so you can like watch it from the Xbox.
Oh,
so you don't
I
have
see
to.
now.
So it's not from a computer or anything. Like, it's from the Xbox.
But they have ways where you can upload it to like YouTube or Twitter or Facebook too, so you can share it with your friends.
Yeah.
And it's actually quite common on Twitter, especially I see it all of the time. So, yeah, it could be on there definitely.
For like a certain social media platform for gaming, Twitter's like the number one.
Twitter's like the number one thing to go to.
Yeah, because I feel like with Instagram, it's not really that good because like it's only
more
1 minute clips,
pictures,
and,
stuff like that.
Yeah, but Twitter I feel is like the most.
Yeah,
because you can like just tweet, and then you can also be like, yo, check out my new clip. Got a 3-piece.
Right, and then you get followers, and you get kind of out there for it too. So.
Yeah. Well, you can do that with Instagram, but.
Well, yeah,
but also other people can retweet it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Other people that
the more
they
people
follow.
who share it, the more people are going to look at it.
So like I don't play games all that often, like as you guys know. So what is Twitch? Like I know it's a streaming.
Twitch is a website where you can basically broadcast your gaming.
Is it live
on the internet? Yeah, it is live. They also have an option where you could like play past broadcasts and stuff on there too. So
it's like ones you already recorded.
Yeah. It is live. It's kind of like watching sports on TV, basically.
Okay.
And then it's always on there. So like, let's say you go live, and then next day I could watch that clip.
It won't be like live on my channel, but you can go through and watch like past broadcasts and stuff on there. So they save as you record. So at least that's how mine's set up too. You don't always have to have them to where they save like that.
Yeah.
So do you feel like, especially with like FaZe now, how FaZe is blowing up because they're switching over like vlogging or whatever?
Well, that's just like the trick thing.
Yeah. Like, do you feel like that's going to happen to Halo?
Not necessarily, just because a lot of pro players don't really do YouTube or vlogging that much. When they do, it's kind of like what they kind of want with the next Halo and stuff like that. But it's very rare for them to do YouTube videos. Halo players are more into kind of keeping themselves, and then some of them stream too. So streaming's probably the biggest thing to go on in Halo right now. YouTube's really not that big.
Yeah.
But you can live stream on YouTube.
Yeah, you can live stream on YouTube, but every Halo player uses Twitch, most likely, so...
You have to have, like, a certain amount of requirements, though, in order to live stream, too.
Yeah.
For YouTube.
Yeah. So... It's just, I mean, it could change depending on how big Halo actually gets, because at one point, was the biggest competitive game, but even before Call of Duty, and then it kind of died out because the games were kind of terrible. So, but now that it's kind of back and we've got the original partner with Call of Duty and stuff, it could definitely grow. I could see players starting to do it.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So you mentioned about like the MLG tour, for the competitions. Like, what are some other competitions that you either are planning on going to or like to go to?
Well, there is EGLX, which is in Toronto. That's an event. It's prize pool is $10,000. It's just a small one for like amateur teams. Pro teams can go too, but it's basically for amateur teams and stuff to go and just compete and have fun and stuff. It's actually if everything works out, it'll be my first time out of the country in a different country, so
yeah,
it'll be definitely a good experience. And then another one is G4G, which is Gamers for Giving, which is basically like a charity, so all the money, the stuff that they've raised will go towards like helping like children's hospitals and stuff. So that'll.
Do you plan on going to that one?
Well, yeah, that one's in Detroit, so it's an easy one to go to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So when is that one?
That one is the end of April, and then EGLX is in March.
So, pretty much like the competition series is in the spring.
Basically, they do the way like kind of like how football does it. They have seasons and stuff.
Yeah.
So like there'll be like maybe a month or two break in between seasons. So like come like June, July, the new season will start already. So
there's like multiple.
So it kind of
there's multiple seasons. Yeah, it gives you time to practice, and then like usually during off season stuff, like rosters will change. Different people team with everybody else. So it's basically like in off seasons like roster mania. Basically, people are on different teams all of the time. No one usually stays together. So obviously everybody's going to change rosters. They want to find the best roster that's going to, do the best and win, obviously. So
I feel like that's kind of hard when everyone's switching teams, though.
So like they'll switch teams like throughout the competitions throughout the year. They won't keep one same team throughout the entire year.
Well, through the season, rosters are locked. I mean, they have like in between. I think it's like halfway point through the season. They have where they can have like a roster transfer period, and they can like switch like trade players off to the roster. But that's about it. And it's like usually limited to like 1 or 2 players. And on Halo, there's 4 players and then a coach. So coaching is a little different just because they're coaches. They don't really play. They just kind of sit behind you.
Yeah.
But the players are restricted to a lot more. So.
Do you feel like a lot of companies are gonna start to form to Halo?
Well, right now we have a bunch of organizations like Optic is one who also competes in Call of Duty. They're actually probably the #1 Halo team right now. They have 2 championships already with because last year they won Worlds and the year before that they won. So they're 2-time champs coming into this 3rd one. So big organizations like that. Obviously that's what FaZe is competitor to in Call of Duty.
Yeah,
basically it's a rival. So I mean FaZe hasn't announced anything yet, but they could even obviously join into Halo 2.
It just depends on.
It just depends on what rosters and what players they want to pick up and stuff. So
and if they want a Halo team.
Yeah, and then sponsorships. Last year we had. I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with like Xfinity, which is like the cable and like Wi-Fi company. They sponsored a lot of the Halo events and stuff too. So it was actually pretty cool to see something like that.
Because like I've been seeing like with Red Bull, they've been sponsoring gaming events.
Yeah.
And everything like that. So like, and then like I feel like if Red Bull does something, like a lot of energy drink sponsors like Monster is going to kind of fall behind them.
Why can't we?
A lot of companies like that actually sponsor some of the teams and stuff that play. So like, Optic obviously has Brisk, and that's obviously a big company. It's always in the gas station, whether it's Brisk Tea or whatever. And then they were also sponsored by Chipotle, and everybody knows that. Yeah, they had a Chipotle sponsor.
Bro, make a Halo team, bro.
They had a Chipotle sponsor. All of the players they got like a free lifetime card and stuff like that. So
like a black card.
Yeah.
Dang.
And they had like their name written on it and everything.
Dude, I would go hard on Chipotle every day, dude.
You'd have to move somewhere. Just move right next to Chipotle.
If I wasn't in the bathroom, I'd be at Chipotle. That's the way I'd see it.
Yeah.
Dang. Man.
Yeah, there's a lot of big sponsors. So.
See, like, cause like I never would have thought like restaurants and everything like that would sponsor.
Right.
That. Like I would think like it's more like energy drinks, and like Does Xbox sponsor teams too?
Xbox doesn't sponsor teams, but they definitely sponsor the event and stuff that's run. So they'll like supply like the Xboxes and stuff like that, and then they have monitor companies and stuff that will give out monitors and stuff for the event to use and stuff. So that sponsors too. And then usually at events they have like booths from like headset companies and controller companies that will set up there and stuff. You can either buy them or they'll lend out controllers for people to use if there's breaks and stuff.
Oh,
so,
that's dope. Yeah, because like I've seen where they'll have like booths set up. And it would just be like them just promoting the product and everything like that.
Not like
that's dope how
handing them out and stuff.
Yeah, if you have a little air with it.
At the DreamHack event, they actually had like Papa John's and Subway and stuff like actually have stands like set up in the event, and you could buy like food there and stuff.
Well, yeah.
So it was pretty cool, but
so like, basically the community really supported this.
Yeah, everybody's chipped in and supported around it. So, but Subway there was like really expensive. It was like $20 a sub. So I mean,
that's a Cedar Point Subway.
Yeah, that's Cedar Point sub definitely.
Yeah.
There ain't no $5 food.
Like if you left, could you go back in, or would you like?
Yeah, well, when they were events, they give you like a pass.
Oh, they do.
And, yeah, well, that's what you pay for, and they give every player a pass, and then they can leave and go as they please. But I mean, obviously, if you're competing, you kind of want to stay there the whole time because they're going to call your name and stuff through microphones and stuff.
So, with DreamHack, how is it set up? Because there's 100 and some teams.
Right. There was 100. Well, okay. Let's put it this way. Like in this corner here is where Halo was at. And we had this so much room, and then next to us was another, I think it was Counter-Strike that was next to us, and it literally just went down the wall of multiple games that were there. And then in the middle they had like the H1Z1 Invitational, and then they had like tables set up where people could bring their own stuff, and they could literally set up in the venue and play there on Wi-Fi, on internet and stuff there.
Like any game that they wanted?
Yeah, like any game they wanted. They brought, like, they literally had people like bring in like their own systems and TVs and literally sat up and played there. Like, I don't know why you would want to do that, but that's
be in the environment, probably.
Yeah, I think that's what the
just
big thing was.
All the people and stuff.
So, it was,
That's
so like,
cool.
Describe like the layout of it, because like there's
like, where was it at? Like in a stadium or?
It was in like it was in like an arena almost.
Like a convention center.
Yeah, like a convention center basically. And basically, like when you walk in, it's kind of like if you've been in like kind of like the theater hall auditorium, where it's like kind of fancy stuff in there. When you walk in there, it's like that. And then you go down the escalator, and it's like huge, and it's convention center, and it's filled, and it's music's loud, and there's lights, and it's like it's a lot to take in. It's like as soon as you walk in through that door,
it's like whoa.
It's like wow, I'm like
especially
really
like without like being like without like having seen an environment like that.
Like your
because like that was your first time like actually going out on a trip by yourself.
Right.
Like when I went to Lollapalooza, like it was like yo, like this is unreal.
Right.
So like I could see like that happening.
Well, that was in Chicago. I was like basically halfway through down the country.
Yeah.
So I was really far away from home. And you know, I when I was down there, I know I did get homesick. I mean, I was only gone for like 5 days. Yeah. But I mean, you still miss, you know, as much as you don't want to miss home, but you still do. But definitely don't regret it. It's definitely something that was.
Were there any like clans you were in before?
When I was younger, like obviously I wasn't into like the whole competitive side, because honestly at that time I was younger, I didn't really care.
Yeah.
But I was in some small clans with some friends from school and stuff like that, and then I got into like some kind of a big clan like down when Halo 4 was kind of big, but then I kind of grew out of it, and obviously then when Halo kind of died, I switched over to Call of Duty, and I played that for a full year, and that's when I really loved the competitive atmospheres, because I played Call of Duty.
Yeah. And
then when Halo come back, you know, I've always had a natural skill for it, and I was like, I can do this. And then when they released Master Chief Collection, I got really good at it. And then when Halo
How many
5,
hours do you have in the Master Chief Collection?
I have, just on that game, because it was only out for like not even a full year, because then Halo 5 come out shortly after, I had like roughly 60 days in it, which is kind of a lot for a game that was only out for like 6 months, 8 months at a time.
That's 2 months, dude.
Yeah, it's 2 months. Well, Halo 5 is a lot more.
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
Man.
Well, that was high school for me, though. You think about it.
Dang.
Yeah.
Grinding.
So you just said something about when you were younger, you weren't really into competing all as much.
Right.
Do you kind of regret not going into repeating?
Overall, Yeah, I do, because back in, from like 2005 to 2012, that's when Halo was like really, really big.
Mm-hmm.
It was bigger than Call of Duty. It was like the game to compete in. But I was like, 8, 9, 10 years old. So I mean, like, I couldn't really travel to go anywhere because obviously I knew my parents wouldn't let me go.
Mm-hmm.
But still getting like my name out there online and stuff would have definitely been something smart to do for now.
Yeah.
But that is something I do regret, but now, since I've kind of managed to keep up with it and make myself where I am now, is kind of impressive for the short time that I've had.
Yeah, because like now that like I'm learning about all this stuff like on the internet and everything, like I wish when I was younger, like freshman year of high school, I wish I just knew about all this stuff and would have started doing it all.
Right.
Yeah.
Like making a podcast, like doing all this stuff in high school.
But like in high school,
And like setting it up to be.
I was younger. I just didn't really have a care for anything. I just wanted to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. Like,
Yes, exactly.
That's very true.
like that was my mindset then. And like so that's what I did, and no one was gonna tell me that I couldn't or
Right.
couldn't do it.
Do you feel like that kind of made you like playing video games all that much? Like even more because of the freedom with it?
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of freedom and stuff, obviously after school, like if I wasn't hanging out with you guys or anything else, that's something that I was always doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I met a lot of cool people through Xbox and stuff like that, and obviously I got to meet them at the event, so that was really cool. Outside of it was just me chilling in my room. It was something that I could use to either relax or escape my problems and stuff that I was having in high school if I was struggling and stuff. So
yeah, because like I see like a lot of people that like go to like gaming or like go to like action sports or something is because they like the freedom of it.
Right.
Because they can do it whenever they want. It's on their schedule and everything like that.
And it's something that you like doing too, so like you're not gonna play something you don't like, so.
Yeah, it's not like play football. You want to quit football halfway through.
Right.
It's like you just can't
Like
quit.
It's
Well, you can't.
Just go buy a new game.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See, I do that, and then like after half an hour, I'm like, "Yo, this game sucks, man." That's what
You
happened.
gotta research the game before
See
you buy
Madden
it.
17 up there, bro. Played one game of that, realized I sucked ass at Madden. I haven't played it since. Spent $60 on that game.
Bro, sell it.
But like when I was playing PS2, I was freaking killing Madden. Like I was playing the Lions, dude. I get 63 points because I can never get past 63 points. But like now it's like, dude, they score 63 points on me.
Bro,
Like, it's rough,
that was
man.
PS2 though.
I used to kick ass at PS2.
Madden games have gotten more complex, definitely, through the years. So
Oh,
You're
yeah.
telling me, man.
Bro, I
Without a
was
doubt.
playing like the street football on the PS2, dude.
Or like NBA Street.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started on NBA, dude. I kick ass at NBA. I whooped Josh's. I made Josh rage.
Yeah, I
quit.
rage quit. I just turned my Xbox off.
Yeah.
Like
He was using Curry the whole time though.
He was using Kyrie the whole time,
That's a freaking lie.
or LeBron.
But all he used was Curry, bro.
Bro, you can't beat him with LeBron. What's up?
Bro, Curry, bro.
You got IU, but you got
Curry.
Kyrie and LeBron.
Bro, he could be half court and drain a three. Like I wouldn't even have to be on him.
I was on fire. But do you feel like you kind of like, because like you say you played other games, like do you feel like you could have started going big in like Madden and all that stuff too?
Or Call of Duty.
Not necessarily in Madden, just because the competitive side of that, it's kind of, I don't know, I think it's kind of dumb, but it's also really small too.
I see, like, I feel like it expanding over the years, but, like, especially, like, when, like, we were younger and, like, we actually played those type of games.
Right.
Like, there's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
Without a doubt.
I feel like Madden was more of a game like, yo, let's play me in Madden. It wasn't
Not,
more
like, play somebody out across the world.
Yeah, it was
Right.
more like, yo, I bet I can beat you in Madden.
It's more like a hometown.
Bet,
Yeah.
bet,
Rival,
bet,
hometown rival.
bet, bet.
But, like, yeah, so that's how I see, like, Madden and everything, but, like, I do see them blowing up within the next 3 to 5 years. Like,
Oh,
it would be, like, fancy football.
Oh,
On
no,
how-
you can create your own like team in Madden, dude.
yeah, I know,
you
but
draft
I
your
feel
own players
like
and
money's
everything.
going to go into that.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
They've already
DraftKings.
started and stuff already, so. It's just still small right now. I mean, it definitely will get bigger as time comes.
I see that with like NBA, because like NBA is now blowing up. Like everybody would be like 2K.
Well, bro, you can create your own character.
Like everybody plays 2K now.
Bro, you get the app on your phone, bro. You scan your face, boom, there's your face on your freaking character, bro.
Dude, the iPhone X freaking face scan recognition.
Bro, that's creepy.
I haven't bought a 2K since like 15.
No home button, dude. Like, what happens when your screen's cracked and it tries to scan your face? Like, error, or decline, or incorrect. Whatever it says, I don't have iPhone.
We're living that broke iPhone 7 life.
Broke boy life.
Definitely, I got that cracked screen.
Yeah. So do you feel like you could have gone somewhere with Call of Duty if you would have stuck to that?
Yeah, I could have, but like with them switching to the PlayStation for their main console and stuff, that probably would have put a damper on it, just because during that time that I was playing, I didn't have a job because I was in high school, so I couldn't really afford to buy a PlayStation 4. But now, I mean, with it going back on the boots and ground, I mean, I could definitely see it. I could obviously go get a PlayStation, but
bro, you got one. What are you talking about?
I got one. But with Halo being, coming back to where the roots were, I'm definitely gonna stick with that. Just because I've always been better at Halo than I have Call of Duty, but I mean, if you're really good at Halo, you're automatically gonna be good at Call of Duty. So just because Halo takes a lot more skill than Call of Duty does.
Like, I would always play SWAT. SWAT was my...
Where you can one-shot headshots.
That's one-shot headshots.
That's the only reason. I just freaking spray at people and hope for the best.
Bro, I hate Halo, dude. I'm trash.
Well, you grew up playing PlayStation.
Yeah. That is true. But...
Like, we grew up playing Xbox and stuff.
Yeah. No, I didn't even have... I got my first PlayStation... I got a PlayStation 3, bro, when I was like... Probably like I want to say like either 8th grade or freshman year of high school. Like... I got it late, bro.
I
was late to the game.
I got Xbox 360 Elite, like right when the Elites came out, I think.
Yeah.
Like my friends had consoles, so like I'd go over them, like go over their house. Like I'd either go to Austen, boom.
Deontay's another one that had consoles too. So.
And I was playing Modern Warfare 3, bro. There's just like this Humvee, right? It was on Dome. There's like a whole like the size of a quarter, bro. I remember I was using the Barrett 50 cal.
The freaking ACOGs.
I was just going. I see someone run by in a quickscope. It was awesome, bro. I hear them start raging, dude.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Josh, stop sitting there.
They'd be like, "Yo, you got a quickscope?" I'd use a Deagle and freaking Barrett 50 cal, bro.
So like at the competitions, do you see people raging a lot?
People don't really rage, but shit talk is definitely one of the biggest things in there. It's so funny to see somebody like standing up.
You told me a story about someone standing up.
Yeah, bro.
They literally screaming at the person across the table.
Each other. Like, and it's just sad because the person.
Oh, that's raging. I feel like.
I mean, it's raging, but like it's funny though because they're like talking shit. And they say some of the stupidest shit in the world, and that kid, like, that's just sitting on the other side of the table is like, what do I do? And he's just taking it, and he doesn't say anything. It's like... But...
Hello?
The funniest thing is when that person that was getting shit talked to actually does something good, or if they win a game, and then they just, like, let the other person have it. And like,
let's go!
Yeah.
Let's go! Where were you at? Where were you at? You were dead! I killed you!
It's definitely funny to watch. It's definitely fun to be a part of, too.
Yeah, without a doubt.
It's just so hype. Like, the environment. Like, your team's just hyping you up when you clutch around or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, with Halo, it's a lot different than Call of Duty. Like, a lot of the people who play Halo kind of don't give a fuck, and they just kind of let everybody have it. They don't care what they say or what other people are feeling. They just kind of say what they have to say,
really
and that's
vulgar.
it. Yeah, it's really vulgar. With the last event, because it was so bad, they actually started giving out penalties and stuff for it. And like, if they kept knocking it off, they were gonna get disqualified for like that round, and they had to like forfeit a match or something because the language was so bad. I mean, you got like families and little kids and stuff actually exploring the convention center as well, like trying to check it out. Then it's you gotta chill out.
Yeah. Then like you gotta realize like they stream everything, right?
Championship matches they do, and pro teams and stuff get streamed, but anything that's amateur or through open bracket doesn't. Just because there's so many matches going on at once, you can't cast them all.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Yeah.
Like Charter would have to hook them up.
Bro, you'd have to have so many routers going.
Yeah.
I feel like it wouldn't even work just because there'd be so much going on at a time.
Well, at the DreamHack event, just because there was so much power going through, it actually lost power through the actual Halo event that was going on. Everybody else still had power, but we lost power because there was so much going through at the circuit board. So like there was times where like I was sitting around for like 2 hours waiting to play. In reality, I should have been playing right there just because we had issues with technology.
Dang.
And that's one thing that sucks with, events like that. But, I mean, it was still fun. I mean, they obviously fixed everything as fast as they could, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've covered a lot already. Where do you see Halo being at within, like, the next 5 years?
Well, honestly, I want to say that it's going to go up from here. But I've also seen it where it's gone up and then drastically has fallen, like, to the bottom.
See, with something like that, I feel like it's something you can't really predict. Because it depends on how they make the game. Like, the newer games
there's always going to be variables, but it's like, do you see, like, them moving towards stuff that them kind of following Call of Duty's movement?
And going back, like, to the roots. If they go back to the roots and they actually develop the game...
They kind of already did that, though. With the Master Chief Collection.
They did, but they broke it. It didn't work correctly for like 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And with Halo 5, they did the advanced, kind of movement with it, and it took too long for them to actually get the competitive settings right. And it took like a year and a half of playing on stupid settings nobody wanted to play on, and it kind of drove everybody away from it. But now that they kind of got the settings correct, and now we got this organizer back, everybody's coming back now.
Mm-hmm.
So if they just keep going up from there and building on that, then Halo definitely will be successful in the next 5 years, definitely.
So like, do you see them having more competitions like with MLG and stuff like that? And do you see them like going into like other kind of competition based series like X Games or something?
Well, Halo's already been in the X Games. They had X. I don't know which, was it not last year, but the year before that they were at Aspen instead of Call of Duty.
For X Games winter.
Yeah, it was the winter one.
Yeah.
So, that was pretty cool, but after that Halo slowly started to decline a little bit, so like stuff like that was disappearing real fast. But now that it's starting to grow again, with another game coming out next year, is what we're hopefully, because it's been 3 years now since the Halo game has been released.
Yeah.
We're all hoping the next one comes out next year. And if it's back to the classic like it used to be, then it definitely will incline drastically. Just because everybody, loves that classic game. And there were so many people who grew up playing that classic game. So, it's kind of like it's kind of like a childhood, kind of like a childhood memory and everybody's going back to it.
See, I remember always going over to Deontay's house and playing like, whenever we played Halo, it would be like, what's it called? Like Simon Says or whatever.
Oh yeah, stuff like that. See, and that's
custom games.
Custom games. That's what.
I hate those.
That's what Halo 5 kind of lacks. They got like the custom browser now where you can just like join random things now. That even like you don't know this person, you can hop in a lobby, which is cool. But like it's not that big anymore, just because Halo has fallen so far. The competitive scene is growing back. Now it's time for the other scenes to come back to that with Halo. Because Halo's not always about, the competitive side. There are casual players that like to do, like, they build things on Forge and stuff like that.
Don't they have the paintball mode in it, or is that a different game?
You can play paintball in it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a, what's the game mode in it?
I can't think of the name of it. But they had, like, cool fun game modes, like,
I guess not just, like, competitive game modes.
Right, they had, like,
games you can just mess around and...
Like, they redid, like, the Ghostbusters and stuff. Yeah. So that was pretty cool to play and stuff, where like people were ghosts and they were invisible, and then like this person had to find the people where they were hiding or jumping around and stuff. So.
And like infection and
stuff like that. There's fun games in it, definitely. It's not all competitive.
Yeah. All right, man. So, I feel like we pretty much wrapped this all up.
Yeah, this is pretty good. I wasn't expecting it to be this long, honestly. I was expecting like 20 minutes.
Yeah, like
20 to 30 minutes.
We have 4 questions down, guys, in our notes. And we got all those out.
That's pretty wild.
So we broke off a lot. So, where do you want to see yourself within the next year with this?
Well, within the next year, I kind of hope that actually I could be able to support myself without having to work and having this be like a full-time thing, so I can actually fully commit to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, with me fully committing to it, that's obviously winning tournaments or winning somewhat bigger money than what I already have. So... if I can like fully support myself and be out on my own with it, then definitely.
Yeah.
But as of right now, I'm just going to continue to work and eventually get on my feet from there. So,
what steps do you gotta do in order to make your own money? Because like right now, all I see, like from the outside perspective, is the money from the competitions.
The money is definitely from the competitions, online and offline. That is a big source of income, but like when you get onto like bigger organizations like Optic or Phase or stuff like that, they give you, when you sign a contract, they give you salaries and stuff to sign, and that is by making like streaming content is another thing, or supporting the sponsors and stuff they get.
Yeah.
So
that, are you focusing on like trying to build up revenues towards that, or just building your skill right now?
Right now it's more building my skill than revenue. I mean, obviously I'm gonna need money to go to events and stuff, but with working on the side, working with, while doing it, I know I'm always gonna have money to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to the point to where I don't have to spend my own money, and all the sponsor stuff cover my like plane tickets and like place to stay and stuff like that. So which eventually is what I want to get to. And then obviously if you place good, you get $7,000, $8,000, sometimes up to $75,000, $200,000 in prize money, which is a lot.
Playing a video
game. Playing a video game.
Like, that's wild.
So, yeah.
And like I saw like a phase contract for like Call of Duty, and they signed like almost like $700,000 contract with somebody.
Yeah.
So like I see that the numbers there.
A lot of Halo players, especially Ninja, who is obviously he's pro in 3 different games. Halo's not the only game he's pro in. He plays H1Z1 and PUBG as well. And he streams, and he's got like over 700 subs, and then you get money from that too, and that's like $5.99 a sub. So, and he gets over 15,000 viewers on Twitch a day. Every day he streams, he gets over 10K viewers. So,
dang.
That's his life. That's what he does. And he, what did I just see? You know that new Rock movie that just come out? Jumanji. He got to go to the red carpet and see that show, and he met The Rock.
Dude, that's insane.
And he's a professional video game player. That's literally what he did.
Damn.
Yeah.
Bro, that'd be sick to meet The Rock, dude.
Dude, The Rock's freaking inspirational, bro.
Him and Kevin Hart, dude.
When you get big like that, you also get like clothing companies. People are gonna want to buy your logos and stuff like that too. So.
Once you're that big, you can be like, yo, buy my merch.
Exactly.
So, since you're building your skill, I feel like you should also be building your name. Yeah. So, like, what are some ways that you do that?
Well, my name is mostly built from people who play against me. Like, now that they've like find me in matchmaking, I have people that tweet at me or they message me like, hey, you're this person, like, I know who you are. And that's just because, I just play the game. That's it. Yeah. And now Twitter kind of helped me get my name out to a lot more. I actually just hit over 1,000 followers on my Twitter account, so a lot of people do know who I am now. But it's kind of interesting or kind of cool when you match somebody online and like they know who you are and like you've never met this person. Yeah. So. Especially with it being like so big and everything. Yeah. Yeah. Because people can play from all around the world.
Like, do I know you? No, dude. I follow your Twitter, bro. Like, you're dope. Like that. Yeah. Just hearing that, I feel like also is motivation. Kind of like
definitely. When you have people who support what you do, it's definitely a big motivator.
Without a doubt. All right. I feel like that was the episode of Austen Ball and his gaming venture.
You want to shout out your gaming Twitter?
At Midshot_ is my Twitter.
Anything else you want to plug?
No, that's it.
Just your Twitter?
Just my Twitter.
All right, man. That's it for this podcast. But first, Josh is going to tell you about the giveaway.
$100 giveaway. Nike gift card, guys. This is not a joke. This is for real. This is real motherfucking life, all right?
All you got to do is subscribe, share, Snapchat, Twitter, do whatever you got to do, and then send it to us on Instagram with the proof at Mr.RyanMayo.
Mine's at @thescooter_kid.
And then boom, you're in the description. The Nike gift card giveaway. So that'll be it for today's podcast.
$100. 100.
Stay gnarly.
Keep it 100.
Peace out, guys.
I already stopped it.
That's all good.
There it fucking was, bro.
It wasn't that bad.
It's a lot easier than you thought. Were you stressed out a little bit?
No, not really. I was just more like trying to think what I was going to say when I was on the spot. But actually it was kind of easy.
Dude, there's some stuff. There's some parts where you started pausing.